Indonesia is about to get its first high-speed train connecting Jakarta, the capital, and Bandung, its fourth-largest city. During a recent test run, the train reached speeds of 180 km/h and completed the journey in just an hour. This is a big improvement over the usual 2.5-hour car trip between the two cities. Once the train operates at its maximum speed, the trip will take around 40 minutes. The railway also has smart sensors, earthquake monitoring, and an early warning system for safety. However, one question remains: is the Indonesian high-speed rail worth it? The commercial launch for the HSR is planned for October 1st, a delay from the initial planned date. The construction of this 142 km long railway project started in 2016 and is part of China's Belt and Road Initiative, making Indonesia the first Southeast Asian country to have a high-speed rail. The upcoming opening of the high-speed rail line is on the horizon, but it has faced significant challenges along the way. The construction of this 142-kilometer line, which was entrusted to a group of Chinese companies in 2015, has exceeded its budget and faced multiple years of delays. According to Reuters, the entire project will cost more than $7 billion, including an extra $1.2 billion to cover the cost overruns. As the project approaches completion, doubts persist regarding its financial feasibility and some of the planning decisions. For instance, the train does not extend all the way into the city centers of Bandung or Jakarta, a choice made by planners to avoid specific engineering and construction difficulties, but one that comes with evident trade-offs. Considering the relatively short distance of 142 kilometers between Bandung and Jakarta, as well as the existing transportation options like regular trains and roads connecting them, there is a real possibility that Indonesia's inaugural high-speed rail may never generate profits or recover its substantial $7 billion expense. However, it's important to understand that the success of public works projects isn't solely measured by their ability to turn a profit. In many cases, public transit systems, especially high-speed rail lines, operate at a financial loss. The true value lies in the less tangible benefits that Indonesia stands to gain from this endeavor, and these factors will ultimately determine whether the project was worthwhile. Certainly, Indonesia's primary goal was to establish its high-speed rail network. However, the greater objective was to secure the transfer of valuable technology, skills, and operational expertise. The aspiration is for Indonesian rail and construction companies to enhance their capabilities and position themselves on the cutting edge of technology and industry. This involves acquiring the production capabilities and knowledge necessary to independently construct and operate high-speed railways and rolling stock, or at the very least, becoming proficient in various aspects of the process. Ultimately, the Chinese bid was chosen because it reportedly included these intangible benefits as part of the overall package. This strategic decision reflects Indonesia's long-term vision to not only have a high-speed rail system but also to foster domestic expertise and innovation within the rail and transportation sector, which can have far-reaching economic and technological implications for the country's future development. To make this happen, they've set up a partnership called KCSI, which stands for Kereta Cepat Indonesia China. In this partnership, a group of Chinese companies owns 40% and an Indonesian consortium made up of state-owned companies owns the remaining 60%. At the project's start, a state-owned construction company called Wijaya Karya led the Indonesian consortium with a 38% share. The idea was that having a state-owned construction company in charge would help them learn and adopt new techniques and knowledge from China Railway Group while building the high-speed rail. In the coming years, we'll have a clearer picture of the financial performance of the high-speed rail, which will help us assess its commercial success. However, the more challenging question is whether vital skills and technologies were transferred to Indonesian companies like Wijaya Karya during the construction phase. This is a difficult aspect to gauge, but it's the most crucial factor when determining whether the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail project has been a worthwhile investment in terms of both time and money. Recently, China's Premier Li Qiang took a test ride on the bullet train, sparking discussions about extending the multi-billion-dollar railway project. During talks with Lee, the possibility of extending it further to Surabaya, Indonesia's second largest city over 700 kilometers away on the island of Java, was explored, and the premier expressed support for the idea. Currently, the Indonesian government is conducting a feasibility study. Although it's not yet clear which country will be the primary investor in this project, there are indications that Indonesia may once again collaborate with Chinese firms, as they did for the Jakarta-Bandung line. Extending the high-speed rail eastwards to Surabaya seems sensible, especially since fast trains are more efficient for longer distances and many people would benefit from such a route. However, Indonesia must proceed cautiously with this extension. So, do you think the Jakarta-Bandung HSR is worth it? Share your thoughts and leave your comments below. If you like what you watch, remember to give this video a like. And more importantly, subscribe to this channel so that you will receive more interesting videos about the happenings in Asia.